So if you're planning to buy the CMF Phone 2 Pro, then this video is for you. Let me share 15 plus tips and tricks as well as some hidden features. So the CMF Phone 2 Pro comes with the same Nothing OS as the more expensive Nothing phones. So if you take a look at my home screen, you'll notice it looks different and more colorful. Actually, if you go into the settings and customization, you can change the icon pack from the given options or even download third-party ones from the Play Store. This truly changes the look and feel of the home screen. Also, the app drawer can be changed to look more organized with folders or the default spread out one. Now, CMF Phone 2 Pro lacks the glyph interface, unlike the other Nothing phones. However, there is one option in the accessibility settings that enables the flash notification. Now, every time you get a call or notification, the flash will light up along with the notification sound, and it looks quite nice. Now, Nothing OS quick toggles are unique looking. We can extend a lot of these toggles for easier access or use the minimized version for a minimal look. You can easily rearrange them and play around to create a customized quick toggles look that suits your preference. Now if you go to the settings and special features, we have something called pop-up view. Using this feature, we can swipe up on an app and then choose the pop-up mode to use it as an overlay app. We can resize it, move it around, or minimize it as a bubble. However, we can only use one app at a time. We can also swipe down on a notification to open that app in a pop-up mode. Another option you will want to enable is the power of verify. With this turned on, no one can switch off your phone from the lock screen without the power of authentication. This is especially useful if the phone is misplaced, lost, or stolen. Now this next feature is one of my favorite, the clone apps. However, I especially like the fact we can clone even the YouTube app, which isn't always available. We can even clone games and other third-party apps, which is pretty nice. Nothing OS always on display is pretty cool looking. You can choose either to tap to show or create a fixed schedule if you want it to show it always. In addition, you can also enable the tap to show lock screen and lift to wake feature. This makes it easier to log into the device without picking it up. You can just tap it to show the always on display and then tap it again to show the lock screen. Now going into the customization settings, we have something called AI wallpapers. Now unlike others, this is pretty useful. You get different elements and style, and you can mix and match them as per your liking to create a beautiful wallpaper. Sometimes the generation fails, but it does work on the second try. The result is pretty nice and they are actually usable, unlike other AI wallpapers. Also remember, you can reset all the customization options with one tap using this option. Now Android has made it quite difficult to see the battery stats, especially the screen on time. I have been using this battery guru app, which you can download from the Play Store. The free version has ads, but its interface is same as stock, so it mixes quite well with the Nothing OS. Let me show you a screenshot of the SOT I got yesterday. So it's almost 6.5 hours. Remember, it's from 90 to 23%. Always charging to 100% isn't great in the long run. Make sure you set the limit in the battery health settings. You can set either 70, 80 or 90%. Another aesthetic setting is one in the special features. This is the dot matrix style font. However, this font only applies to the title of the settings and not the other apps, but it still looks cool. Another thing I want to point out is the haptics of the phone, which are quite good, and I've adjusted the intensity to make it suit my taste. You can also do that from the accessibility and then the vibration settings. Now we get a Nothing Gallery app, and while there is no edit option, we still get AI background remover, which is pretty helpful. Just tap and hold, and then you get the option to save the cutout image. Additionally, you can long press on the navigation bar and use circle to search. And this works even the other apps as well, and it is pretty interesting and quite helpful. Now we don't have a Nothing Direct app, and the Google one alerts the user for call recording. However, if you use the Nothing Recorder widget, the one which can record system audio, then you can, while on call, tap the widget and record calls without alerting the other party. However, a dedicated Nothing Direct app would be quite amazing. Another amazing feature of Nothing OS are the camera presets, and they work quite well. We can create our own too. Choose the camera mode, camera lens, exposure, color style, and other details like if you want the flash to be on or off, watermark, grid, and even timer. Give it a good cover photo and title, and you're done. And you will see when I switch to the preset that I created, it will take the picture in the exact same way as I have set the attributes. So it's a very interesting touch in the camera system. Lastly, I wanted to mention the essential space. It's a feature not a lot of people use. However, if used right, it can be extremely helpful. While browsing the internet or using a phone in general, you can press the essential key and it's going to take a screenshot and you can add a quick note to it, and then you can access all those notes from the essential space application. The best part is if you click and keep holding it, it will start recording the audio and you can take a quick voice note wherever you want. And also the amazing thing is that it automatically transcribes the audio, so it's much easier to go through it. So those were some of the tips and tricks and features that I loved on the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Let me know your favorite in the comments and also suggest if you have some more. So that was it for this video and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.